All right, so yay, new adventure, new playtest. Woohoo! Who's excited?
I am.
The great thing is that this is perfect for Halloween. Has a very Halloween sort of feel to it. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we are starting to do Mark's newest game. New in the sense that he put it together to put onto Roll20, not new in the sense that he created it a while ago, I think. So this adventure and playtest is called Seven Souls. Ooh. Tavern has become kind of your, not so much base of operations, but a place where you all kind of meet up and discuss different things. Dom especially. Dom being kind of that creative, always kind of keeping your eyes out for different things going on. You notice especially there's a man who has been sitting at one of the tables kind of off in a corner, and he seems to basically be kind of doing his own thing, having a drink, but he does seem to glance over at your group once in a while from his table. Abraxas and Finola, you guys also kind of catch this thing at you once in a while.
Do I know the barmaid or waitress or bartender or whoever's here in this establishment?
Yeah, so you guys are at the Silver Horse, which you guys are by Galdrin, Silver and his wife, Aolin. And you've seen both of them. Galdrin primarily runs things kind of behind the bar. His wife takes care of the kitchen, and she's got maybe a couple of serving wenches or whatever that run around doing different things. You guys have become pretty familiar with this family and the establishment itself.
Okay. Well, I think I would probably mosey over to get a refill on my drink and then point a finger. Who's that guy over there?
You're speaking to Galdrin behind the... He kind of takes a moment, he glances over in the corner, and you see him kind of squint his eyes like he's thinking real hard. And he says, "Don't think I've seen him before."
Okay. He's not been in here before then?
Shakes his head no.
Alright, well with that, give me a second.
No problem. Gives you a second mug.
Alright, I'll take my mug and the second one over to this guy and I... Who are you?
He kind of jumps a little bit with a start as you kind of bring the mug down on the table, and he says, I'm
You don't want a drink?
He says, "Well, I mean, if you're offering it, I won't say no."
Well, I wouldn't have put it down if I wasn't offering.
He says, "Well, then I thank you very much." And he reaches to take.
Well, you've been staring at it. I just assumed I was just that attractive.
You see his cheeks kind of flush for a second, and he goes, I'm sorry, please forgive me. It was not my intention to stare." He says, honestly, I was trying to figure out the best way to approach your group, and I suppose I wasn't doing such a good job.
Well, I find sometimes it's best just go right on in there. So you want to approach us. Is that about what?
He says, "Well, I have a proposition for you."
Mm-hmm. I hear a lot of those. Don't take this the wrong way, but a lot of it just BS.
He says, "Oh, well, I assure you this is no small thing that I'm proposing to you. I actually have a very big proposition to make you, a very big job on behalf of my master."
Your master?
He says, "Oh yes, I'm sorry, I'm not doing a very good job at this. I'm not very good at this at the moment." He says, my name is Dom V.
Say that again.
Dom V.
I thought you were a dummy for a second. I was like, "Very good master."
Are you saying this out loud to him? I'm not sure he knows how to respond to this.
No, I'm kind of listening in. It's like trying to figure out like, or it's like, and I noticed the guy is over there, but I'm not approaching. But I'm kind of like listening in, kind of gleaming in on the conversation that's going on.
Dom V does look at you, Dom, and say, perhaps this conversation would be better if your associates would like to join us.
I'm gonna turn around and look at everybody. Hey, y'all want a drink?
Real, I'm there. I'm coming.
Now, how about you just get to the point?
I'll start making my way over.
I'm going to say something later. I have... Never mind.
Wait for me. My legs are short.
You see Dom V, he kind of motions to one of the serving girls and asks her to bring rounds for everybody. And once everybody's kind of seated at the table, he does a piece of paper, introduces himself to everyone. He says, I'm here on behalf of my master, He says he has a job that he would like to offer you. Something of a, well, for lack of a better word, a hunting job, I suppose.
A hunting job?
Yes. See, my master, he's...
Talk to us instead of finding a ranger or something.
Well, it's not exactly that type of hunting. It requires a little bit more specialization than just a hunter of beast. He says, you see, my master...
To cut in here, but you're making it sound a lot like we're going to be hunting people?
Oh, no. Good God, no.
Okay. Just wanted to get that off the table.
He says, they were people at one point. They've moved on. They are now tormented spirits, I suppose you could say. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up.
Did you say a tormented spirit? You want us to take those?
Are actually spirits, ghost, if you will, yes. Many, they all haunt ships. Hey,
I'm just kind of like looking at the guy like, I've been here a couple months and I haven't seen any undead.
Yeah, can I roll a insight to see if he's just us about this?
Yeah,
I want to go insane.
I got a 10.
Everybody's like, there's no such thing as ghost. You're insane.
Well, this guy's just suspicious, is all.
After just looking at the guy for a few minutes, I've dealt with my share of undead and ghosts and zombies. I haven't seen any around the town here recently. Granted, I'm new. I've only been here a couple months. Where are we locate these undead?
He says, well, I have a list of locations where they're located. So this piece of paper that he'll kind of open it up and slide it across the table so everybody can see. Here, I'll share this with you guys. He says, this list not only gives you the names of the particular spirits that we're looking for, but some of the backgrounds behind why they are tormented and where you would be able to find them. He says, now, of course, I shouldn't be really sharing this with you immediately, but let me just say, for each one of these spirits, my master is willing to pay you 1,000 gold pieces.
Wait, he's going to pay us 1,000 gold? What? Capture them? Dispel them? I mean, let's be specific here.
To capture them. He says,
they're spirits. How do you capture a spirit? Usually I
like sticking them in balls or something.
Undead realm.
He says, we want the spirit whole. You see, my master, he intends to prove that it is possible to give these spirits rest instead of actually outright destroy.
Exactly
He says,
how you want us to do that? He's got some kind of magic rod or anything he wants us to use?
He says, well, you would simply be providing the means to capture the spirits. What my master does with them after that is his own. That not to dispel them or provide the final rest.
Let's be a little more specific here. I have a sword. Swords don't usually capture undead things. If I go out and find them, I'm going to hack it to pieces, send it to the undead realm. So let me ask you, how do you want me to capture this? You got an amulet or something that's going to allow me to do this?
He kind of sits back in his chair a little bit, and it looks like he's trying really hard to keep his composure. He said, "Sir, if you would give me a moment, I would be more than happy to explain everything to you. May I continue?"
Yeah,
because you've not been doing a great job of explaining everything to us, so...
Alright, let me jump in here a little bit. You guys are hammering me. Give me a chance to explain it to you.
Yeah, calm down, y'all.
Calm down just a little. So he tells you that there's a couple different items. One of them is a wand. The spirit is weak enough, it will put it into an almost comatose type state. And when that happens, he has these stones that are known as soul stones. Which here, let me share this with you guys. And each stone can contain it. So when the spirit becomes comatose, it can be solidified or sucked into this stone, if you will.
So you're saying we're going to capture them in a soul-sucking stone, is that correct?
I mean, essentially, it is a place for the spirit to be contained.
So if we want the full 7,000 gold, what we gotta do... catch them all?
Yes, we would like you to capture them all, and as I said, we're willing to pay you 1,000 gold pieces for each.
I get what you're saying here. You know, you want to capture, you know, kind of like the unwanted raccoons, but you need to have some way of... Okay, so you've got containers for them. That doesn't tell us how to trap them.
He will explain again that the wand that you will be provided is the means for essentially putting them into a comatose. And once that happens, the captures it. If you guys read those, it breaks down kind of that process of how each of these items. So each of them is going to acquire attunement. All right. Wand can be activated, and it basically gives off an energy through it that grapples the spirit, right? And then once the soul or the spirit is weakened, it then can be subdued using the stone. But the stone is only going to work once you've kind of brought the spirit down, but not outright destroyed it.
Is it just one wand, or is there a wand, like, multiple for you?
There's one wand, and then two soul stones.
Can we put multiple spirits in one spot?
No. There can only be one soul contained per stone, which means that you will need to complete the list over a series of nights, essentially.
Is he going to give us more stones in or something?
Oh, right, so will remain in the city, and once you have filled one stone or filled them both, you can seek him. He will take the stones. he will give them to his master, who will release the spirit, do what he needs to do, and then he will you. And you will be able to capture more after.
Oh, so empty the stone, and we'll get the same ones back.
Where should we meet up with you once we complete said task for the...
So Dumpy will tell you that he has a room that he is renting in the Lindhaven district, which is the wealthy district of the city. That is not the location where his master is. He converses with his master separately, but he put down the address for where this location is to bring the stones to him once you have the souls.
Okay. And what if I wanted to have a conversation with your master?
He says, well, I suppose something could be arranged, but he's not in the city at this time.
Really? Where'd he go?
He says, well, my master is very private. He keeps a private... Not even I am aware of its location.
Yeah, I can imagine someone who collects ghosts would be very private.
Not exactly a social hobby.
He says, don't worry. What he is doing on his own is none of your concern. You're only being paid to bring the spirits.
I want to look at that list that was provided, the ones we are supposed to chase after. Do any of the names on the list seem recognizable in any form or fashion?
So he'll slide the list across to you, which I just shared it with you guys. And he essentially tells you that this is the information that about these different some backgrounds into what happened to them, and will also give you some information about where they can be found around the city. And he tells you that since it is the Trilambit right now, one of the spirits is going to be somewhat time sensitive. This spirit only appears on the 3 nights of the Trilambit, and we are already on the second of these 3 nights. So that is the one that is at the very top. Colossalin. Take a minute and look that over.